every competition from 6 to 16, like, I mean, where like if it was my kid, I'd pull him aside and be like, are you even trying? Like, just be honest with me. Like taken down, submit it in 12 seconds. Like not out of the question, you know? So I was really bad, but my coach would always be like, listen, like it's going to click. It's just a matter of when. So took forever, kept competing, kept training. 16, it actually starts to pick up a little bit. And then that was where like my body, my mind kind of met and I started having success. I would say by like 17, winning a lot. I kept a spreadsheet like a complete sociopath.
Oh, wow.
Of every year from 07 on. And you see it change and change and change to where it's like, holy cow, like, you know, the ratio is nuts. And by the time I was 17, 18, I was beating black belts regularly. I was competing at some of the biggest competitions and starting to make a switch. You know, it wasn't quite where it is now, like no signs of being like a UFC fighter or anything, but it was like, okay, I could do this. You know, I got very lucky. I feel like with Hassett, I got brainwashed, you know, in the best way possible. Like,
but does that also keep you going when you're 6 to 16 of no success?
For sure. I'm having fun. You know?
Right.
And that's why like all these parents are like, specialize and do this. I actually did specialize. I shouldn't have. It was an accident. I didn't want to do anything else. It wasn't going like, there's no scholarships. There's no, and even the UFC back then is, you know, they're walking in beanies and a hoodie in the cage, you know, it's Tank Abbott. Like, it's not going, hey, I'm going to keep my kid in this so he can buy us a house one day. It was like, hey, if you want to play basketball, it's fine. We'll just take off jiu-jitsu this season. It's like, actually, I thought I did. I don't want to play basketball anymore. Like, never did anything else.
Well, because it's also you're in middle school and all these areas where you have friends, but you're not performing for your school now. You're performing for
exactly. So like, I won Pan Ams in high school. I didn't make a newsletter or a newspaper or anything. It was just like, oh, that's gay. Because I was, you know, you wear a shirt with somebody doing an arm lock, and all of a sudden you're getting jokes made. Because UFC's on Fuel TV, or you know, I'm watching on Versus Network. You know, at 11 o'clock at night, no one knows what it is. Now you'd be the man. Like even doing jiu-jitsu, it'd be like, oh, it's kind of like MMA. You know, it's one aspect, but man, not that.